Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. A huge welcome. Today I want to show you how to use a serviette on coasters that maybe just were total flops, didn't work out, and instead of throwing them away, I'm going to show you how to use a serviette without getting wrinkles. It's so easy and they turn out beautiful. So I've got my gorgeous klimped serviette that I'm going to be using. You're going to need some Mod Podge. You're going to need some, just some quick drying acrylic paint in a neutral color. And that we're going to use to paint over the top of your coasters. And you're going to need some water in a spray bottle. And you're going to need some, we call it cling wrap. I think you call it saran wrap. It's the same thing. So for the rest of the video, I'm just going to refer to it as a cling wrap. So you're just going to give just a quick base paint on top of your coaster, and you're going to let it dry. And then I'm obviously wanting to use that section with the kiss on my serviette. And then all serviettes come with 1 or 2 layers at the back. You're going to take off those layers. So you've just got your top layer of serviette. And you know, you just get such stunning, amazing serviettes nowadays. And you can really just turn those coaster projects that didn't work out into something gorgeous. So I've got my 4 coasters. And what I've done is I've cut out the sections I want and cut them a little bit bigger. So you've got an overlap. And you're going to need your 4 pieces of cling wrap. Now you're going to put a little bit of Mod Podge. You don't need a lot. Honestly, I just spread it on with my finger. A very, very thin layer on your coaster. Sorry, there's a huge truck going past. Right, then you're going to put your section of serviette face down on the saran wrap and you're going to spray. And then what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to sort of, because it's wet, you're going to be able to kind of pull it and manipulate it without tearing and get all the wrinkles out. And then you're going to pick your cling wrap up, and the cling wrap is now going to be on the top. And you can really, because you've got that protective layer, you can really press down, get the air bubbles out, get all the creases out. And you can see there's absolutely not one single crease. And then you're going to slide your cling wrap off the top of your coaster. And it comes off quite easily because there's a fair amount of water on there. And that was just another one that I did. But you can see how easily it comes off, and there's no wrinkles on those serviettes whatsoever. So I've done all 4 of the ones that I'm wanting to do, and leave them to dry. Once they're dry, you're going to take your emery board or a piece of sandpaper, and you're going to go around the edge, and you're going to get that excess off. And you can see it cuts really easily. And I did all 4 of them without you having to watch that process. So I'm just putting some little tiny bottles underneath the coasters as I pour a top coat on. Just so they're off, and I've got a piece of plastic underneath that. So I'm using a 1-to-1 resin, and I'm just putting a top coat over the serviettes. And then just spread it really nicely right up to the edges. And just you can use your heat gun, or you can use your isopropyl alcohol, whatever one you prefer, just to get any of the little bubbles out. And then cover it and leave it overnight to cure. So this is then cured the next day, and honestly, there's not a single solitary crease in there. So, they came out beautifully. I've just put a gold edging on them, and we're done. There was a nice sparkly back on these coasters. So it's really worked out well with all the gold. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope it's inspired you to maybe go and look for those gorgeous serviettes.